What does this server have to do with your website? Then stay tuned to find out. Hey everyone, it's Chris here, and this right here is a Dell PowerEdge R series server. And this workhorse, while it is a bit of an older model, is a heavy-duty machine that's used to run websites and to run applications. And in fact, machines just like this are used to run sites like eBay, Amazon, and Google.com. The only difference being, instead of having one, they will literally have thousands and thousands of servers. But interestingly, it's probably a server just like this that's being used to run your website. You see, you could actually go out and purchase one of these servers yourself. This one, you can get these for a couple $100 used actually right now, and use this to run your website. But when these things are turned on, they are loud, they generate a ton of heat, and they draw a lot of electricity. Now, one of the things you can do is you could actually send this off to a co-location company, and they will pop it into their data center and they will help you manage the server. But that's going to cost you, $100 to $150 a month just to have it in the rack, maybe as low as $50 depending on where you're at, and another, $200 to $400 to management. And frankly, for people who just want to have a simple website, it's just too much money. Instead, there are companies out there that will buy these servers, set them up, and then rent out a small space to you to run your website, and those are called hosting companies. So what a hosting company does, they go out and they'll buy multiple amounts of these servers. Sometimes they even build themselves. They'll install the software that you need to run your website and then charge you a small monthly fee to use their servers. It might surprise you, but a server like this may run anywhere between 500 and 2,000 small local websites. Now, as you can imagine, how a company configures their servers can make a big difference in how your website performs. So for example, if they only have 500 websites on here, it will perform quite a bit better compared to a company that puts 2,000 or 3,000 websites on here. These will also perform better if they take out the normal hard drives and put in solid state drive, as well as the different software they put on here to run the websites. So your job when looking for a hosting company is to get the most bang for your buck. Now, my customers don't need to worry about it because that's my job. I go out and I find the good hosting for them, and I find a company that works really, really well. But if you need to go out and find your own, I have a couple rules of thumbs that I look at when it comes to finding a hosting company. Now, the first rule of thumb I have is if they market themselves as the cheapest web hosting, I stay away from them. The fact is, the cost difference between a cheap web host and a good web host is literally just a few dollars. Yeah, so that company that wants to charge you $3 a month for $6 a month, you can get really good quality hosting that's quite a bit better than that. The second thing I like to look at is I like companies that will brag about either their hardware, their software, or both. And I'll give you an example. The hosting company that I use brags about the hardware that they build. They brag about using solid state drives. They brag about using Cloud Linux instead of CentOS. They brag about using Lightspeed instead of Apache. All of these things make your website quite a bit faster. Unfortunately, all the companies that you see ads for that get recommended by the gurus, 9 times out of 10, they're actually the worst companies in the world. But below, I actually have 2 recommendations for you to use as a website host. Now, the first one is kind of a general website host that will allow you to run things like WordPress or Drupal or Joomla or Magento or OpenCart or a bunch of different software. If you just need kind of generic hosting, these people are great. It's actually who I use a lot of times as well. And the second one, they are a WordPress specific host. That's all they deal with is just WordPress. So if you want safe and secure, these guys are it for you. That's who you should go with. So take a look at both of them and see which one's the right one for you. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you find it useful, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to get more great videos. So I'll see you in the next video. Yes, this server is like 5 years old. Still pretty powerful. You know, if I just ran like 20 websites off of this, it would be a hell of a lot better. But I don't have the time or the expertise to actually manage a server here. So, but it's fun to have as a prop now, isn't it?